Hello, everybody. I am one of the two faces behind StraightFax. Well, the second person would be editor there. Editor, if you want to say hi or put a hi in the top part of the screen there. Today's going to be an outdoor video. There's some pretty cool stuff that I have planned for us today. Be prepared. One thing I always bring to the creek is my tools, because believe it or not, the reason why I would even need tools is because I have built a fort here. Well, at first it started out really cool looking, and now it's just looking like a whole bunch of wooden boards and planks. What do you call these? Hold on. Whatever the heck these are, you know? Pallets, that's what I remember now. Okay. Yeah, so there's stuff like that that I've used. There's only a few rules when building. Number one, make sure all the blades are away from you when you're cutting something, not towards you. So that's one rule. Another rule is I'm trying to keep everything that is like, structure-wise, completely made out of wood. And even though that means a whole bunch of pallets, I mean, I'm not using metal. I mean, there is like one or two circumstances where I'm using something other than wood, but that'd be due to rope and other things that are similar. So today's video is going to be very interesting because not only am I going to be building a little bit, I'm also going to be doing lots of cleaning. I haven't been here in a little bit, so that means our fort's still standing. By the way, it's very old, but it still works. And it's still standing somehow. So first things first, it is a relatively big fort here that you can see. Although I'm not really including myself here. But yeah, me and editor have been working on this for quite a while. Oh man, I'm trying to get a good view for you guys. It's not really working out well, but hopefully you guys see better than I do. Let's start at the entrance here. So oh, this is funny. So this thing right here, you see, that is more or less a working door-ish. It's not great, admittedly. Yeah, it's not great. But I am planning on replacing it with something that's actually better. The problem is it has to be something light so that we can move it, and also so that the rope can hold it a little easier, and also so that it just doesn't drag on the ground. There's a lot of things that go into a working door, more than I would expect anyway. So this is the interior, and I guess we should start with that here. So this is our makeshift, I was about to say oven. It's a fireplace. There's lots of stones and things we found here at this little forest, and we decided to use them. All right, guys. I know I'm totally interrupting myself here, but we got bad news. I was just talking about the fireplace here, and all of a sudden, all of our mics stopped working entirely. All right, so as I was talking about the fireplace here, let me be very clear. We've only done one fire here, and it has been with the supervision of me and editor, and to be honest, it actually held up pretty well. Nothing fell, nothing like went crazy, no accidents whatsoever. It's actually a pretty good fireplace. I mean, if we were to stay here, obviously it doesn't have a roof. You know, for one night, it wouldn't be terrible. But besides that, there's also this little shelf here. Here, let's try to get a better view of that. Yeah, I found that randomly one day I was walking, and I was like, oh, look at that, someone's throwing away a little shelf. And I thought, I don't know, maybe we'll find some cool stones or gems. It's some decoration. Better than none. So at first it was a foundation of actual sticks and logs. You can't see it very well there because of the thing there, but there is lots and lots and lots of twigs. Not really much of twigs, just a lot of sticks and logs. That was the foundation, and that was the original idea. I was actually gonna be just doing all of this entirely on logs. But that didn't end up working out because we basically started running out. Some sticks work and some don't. So here's a little something for you guys to help you out if you ever want to build something like this. Don't use any wood that's like infested with any kind of bugs, whether it be termites, ants, or something else. Don't. Just don't. It's not worth it. It's probably eaten through and it's going to be falling apart. If it's not already falling apart now, by the time you find it, it's going to be falling apart pretty soon, so do not use those. Made a few of those mistakes already. So as you guys can see clearly right here, that was holding up a lot, as well as obviously our posts, but this post isn't doing that well. But this one is saving our skin a little bit. But that's going to be one of the major things to fix, maybe in a later video. But today is just cleaning and a little bit of building. I'm not going to be putting much weight on this wall because number one, it's already high enough, and number two, don't want to risk this breaking. If that breaks, I have a feeling the rest of the wall will too. So I will be cleaning up first. So, all right, see you guys in the next part. I just finished cleaning with all of the, so many leaves. I mean, it's not as bad as it was. I will definitely say that. There was a lot more leaves in here than I originally anticipated, but I am very happy that I got the cleaning done. And now, funny enough, you guys can actually see that those are wood pallets. Although, not really wood pallets, they're pretty darn thin, actually. They're very, very thin. Which is why we thought it'd be great for flooring. We were wrong. Honestly, I have no idea what we're going to do in the flooring for later on. But, I don't know. I'll figure it out. Because if you ever sleeping on just the ground, it's going to be bad for you. Especially if it's cold out. The ground just... from what I've seen, it basically absorbs it. So if you're ever in the middle of winter and you're sleeping on the ground here, then yeah, you're in trouble. We're probably gonna make like some sort of a bedpost bench kind of something. I have no idea. I really don't. Okay, let me rephrase that. I do have ideas. I just don't know how I'm gonna execute them properly. So these pallets here are going to be what we're going to be working on today. This one right here as well. Oh, this doesn't have as much actual stuff on it, which is unfortunate, but it'll still do the job. It will still do the job. I'm thinking of putting it on the wall here because it doesn't have any posts or any of these on it. So it's the only one that's left. I'm hoping that it'll actually be able to support the weight because, as I said earlier, gotta make sure it looks good. That one does not. So, gotta make sure it's built well. So there's rope here, right? This is pretty tense, and I built it that way on purpose so that if it starts to lean, it's gonna pull on the other one, and the other one's already fixed into the ground as well. So it's dug into the ground. On top of that, it also has another one dug into the ground next to it. And then on top of that, I'm still putting ropes together so that if one leans, the other one's gonna pull it away from leaning. So it doesn't, well, lean. But unfortunately, some of them, like this one, lean anyway. Okay, either way, yeah, I gotta make sure that the rope's tight, the things are still stuck in the ground, and they're not leaning. Actually, this isn't even supporting anything. I should probably move that. maybe I'll put a new post in the ground because those things are pretty tall, or they're gonna be. So I think we need a new one right there and on the other side too. So, all right, y'all. I guess I'm very good news. The wall's there. Yay, we got it. All right. Yeah. Oh, I just put this one in. I cut it in half and then I shaved off a few inches off the bottom using my axe, and then I had to use the mallet. There's a specific little. So we found some chairs one day. Uh-oh. All right, well now y'all get exclusive content. This just fell. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is what you get when you don't get a stable pole like this. This one is very much into the ground, at least 6 inches. So either that one was too thin or it wasn't in the ground. Let me check. Oh, it was both. Well, that's much worse. Yeah, it's looking a little saggy. So I'm gonna have to fix that up. The very bad news is the reason why this broke off, or that did, is because that thing was not dug it. This was not dug into the ground properly. And also, it was very thin. So it broke, and then it fell. And then that fell. Is that I gotta put it in a new one, which means I had to find a new one right there. It's pretty long, although thinner, but strong. Make sure it's a stronger one, so that once I put it into the ground properly and hammer it in the ground, I can put on some rope and then go ahead and be finished with that. How we're gonna cut this in half, shave off a few things off the bottom so I can put it in easier. I'm gonna put it in the ground close to 6 inches or more if I can. And then I'm gonna put that back on the wall. Put that, y'all can't even see it. That, the thing that's laying on the ground over there, I'm gonna put that back onto the wall. And then as soon as that's done, we're gonna be approaching the end of the video. I finally just finished trimming all that, so now I'm gonna have to chop it in half so that I can use one end for the wall on the inside and one end for the wall on the outside. Once we do that, then we can put in the walls. So, well, I have good news. It's finished, more or less. Obviously, I want to be putting in a lot more work just to make sure it does not fall again. But I will say, like, look at this. Okay, I'm not very confident in that. Again, I also said I'd be working on this again soon, and that's because I'm out of rope. Technically, I have not tied this yet, even though it's very much in the ground. Luckily, I found some extra rope somewhere, and I used it right here to put this together so that this would stay on. However, I still want to add another layer of rope just to make sure it does not fall. And obviously, I still need one for this. I haven't even put one on that one yet. I still have some, finalizing work to do, but I am pretty proud of what I've done here. Whew. That is, believe it or not, the very first video or outdoor video for StraightFax. I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for watching. It has been, I will admit, I did not record a lot of this because it's a lot of work and it takes a long time to edit. So poor editor is going to be sitting there for like 2 or 3 hours working on this furiously. So it'd be much appreciated if you guys at least gave a comment, maybe said a few thoughts or maybe a few improvements or anything like that. And if you liked the video, go ahead and leave a like and maybe consider subscribing. That'd be pretty cool. And that's StraightFax. I'll see you guys in the next one.